Shakti Martin Douglas is a dear friend of mine on the big island of Hawaii. She lives there with Lauren, another good friend of mine. I have been in groups with her. I have seen her present. She is a co-founder of Girls to Women in Hawaii. She does a tremendous amount of work leading groups and publishing events and stories in Puna. And I could go on, but Shakti, the screen is yours.
All right. Aloha. Thank you so much, Jerry, for putting this on and inviting me to do this. This is quite an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you. So thank you for coming and showing up and adding your presence. And my intention is for us to have some fun together. This is going to be experiential. And it'll be a good follow-up to what we just did with Arlene. So I'm really excited to be able to have this time together. Before we jump in, I want to just invite everyone to get present here. And a good way to do that is to maybe close your eyes and take a deep breath. And you could put your hand on your heart and your belly. And I invite you to slow down, to pause, coming into the moment, perhaps just taking a scan of your body from your head to your toes. And just noticing what's alive in you right now. Being aware of your feet, your hands, your body, your face. And just allowing yourself to arrive here with one another. And it would be useful to turn off any distractions if you haven't done that already, whether it's your cell phone or other browsers. This is the kind of thing where you wanna focus, don't wanna be multitasking. So I just invite you to be here now with us. And in that spirit, before we dive into my material, I like to start my workshops and my presentations with a few little exercises just to optimize our presence here. And this is something I've learned from Brain Gym, and it's an acronym that stands for positive, active, clear, and energetic. And we're gonna just do this real quickly. It's important, it's good if you have some water here. If you don't, you can grab some water, but water helps our energy. It helps lift up our vibration. So that's the E in the equation. And then we're gonna just real quickly help our brains get clear. And the way that we do this is called brain buttons. And so you can just copy me with this. You'll take your pointer finger and your thumb and place it right below your collarbone. There's these actual grooves in here that we call our brain buttons, and your other hand you can put on your belly. And you're just rubbing these gently, and what this does is it sends energy to our brain and helps our brain get clear. I'm going to be kind of moving quickly here, but just the intention is to get clear. You can switch your hands. That's good. And we're going to move to the active. So getting active, you can do this sitting down. It's called a cross crawl, or you can do it standing up. I'll model it standing up. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one arm and bring it to the opposite knee and the other arm to the opposite knee. This is a chance, to move your body. So we're just touching the opposite side of our body, which activates both sides of our brain. It helps us get more active, more alert. It's kind of like having a cappuccino in the afternoon. You can also do it sitting down like this. It's a good thing to take a break with. So coming back into your chair, that's the A for active. We're going to do the last one on this, which is to get positive. And this is a 2-step exercise that's called the hookup. So with this, you're going to cross one ankle. You can see the picture on the screen. One ankle over the other. And then you'll bring your arms and hands out in front of you and put one wrist over the other. And then you're going to take your fingers towards each other and bring it down and up so that you are hugging yourself. And in position, the hookup here, you can close your eyes and just take another pause. This helps us get more positive. This helps us get out of that fight or flight. It's great if you have anxiety and you need to calm down. So just taking another moment. And then the second part, you'll open up your eyes and you'll uncross your feet and hands and bring your fingertips together. And with your eyes gently open, you're just going to stare gently down at your fingertips. And those are the exercises. It helps me feel more grounded and calm, and perhaps you can notice the difference too within your being. What I'd like to do now is, before we jump into my material, I want to just take a moment here to tell you a brief story about how I got where I am right now. And this story is about how I used to tell people, I used to tell my friends and everyone that I make other people's dreams come true. And that was the story that came out of my mouth. And I had a lot of validation for it. I was a realtor and I helped people find their dream homes and properties in Hawaii. I helped my ex-husband make his dream come true. I helped my daughter become a circus performer. So I had a good story about how I made other people's dreams come true. But what I was missing was, I was almost saying it like a martyr. I was missing the element of how I make my own dreams come true. And in fact, that happened first. And so I realized that I had forgotten that I had a memory. When I was 7 years old, I said to my best friend when I was young that when I grow up, I'm going to move to Hawaii. And I didn't know how it was going to happen. And at the time, my image of Hawaii was Hawaii 5-0, a beach, one island. And little did I know that some 18 years later, I would come to Hawaii for 3 weeks and then end up living there, making it be my home. And now it's been 33 years that I've been here. And so I'm telling that story because we often forget what we think or what we dream. And as little kids, we have that ability to dream. And so this is my dream life that I have created. I now live with my husband, Lauren, who's part of the Mankind Project, and we lead couples in relationship. And we live on a farm, a sustainable farm. We have electric vehicles and we grow our own food. And this is us just looking out at the ocean. We get to swim there every day. And then this is my daughter, who's a professional circus performer who has followed her dreams from a very early age. So I just wanted to set that up to remind you that we all make our own dreams come true. And yes, as elders and mentors, we help others do that too. But first, it begins with ourselves. So what I'm doing now is I have had many careers, many different hats, from a realtor to a circus instructor, and now I am a coach. And I help people go from where they are right now to where they want to go in the future. And it's really a privilege and an honor to be able to do that. So I want to plant a seed here and use this metaphor. We're going to be talking about what is your next step in your life. And I wanted to presence the fact that this image here of the staircase. This is really us on our journey in life. We're walking up these stairs, and sometimes we fall and flounder, and each of us are at different stages in our journey. Some of you may be going through a transition. Definitely having the pandemic going on right now is throwing us all into a different zone. Some of us, so the transition here is going to a new level, and it's maybe in between one stage of life to the next. Whereas a transformation is when we get to a whole new way, a new platform, a new identity, a new way of being. So I just wanted to show you this imagery as we go forward, and you can take that into your consciousness as we continue to play together. So this is a wheel of life. It's very similar to what Arlene was talking about. Arlene talked about the 9 elements of health, and these are the different categories of our life: health, friends, our significant other, our personal growth, our fun and leisure, our home environment, our career, our money. And this will be in the handout. When you get the handout at the recording, you'll be able to pull this up and to really use it. And one way to use it is to either color it in or to notice on the scale of 0 to 10. 10 is like that 100%. This aspect of my life is totally thriving. 0 is this isn't happening. And we need all of this. We need all of the pieces of the pie to feel whole and complete. And each of us are at different levels of what we're growing and what we're transforming and what we're transitioning. So I'd like to invite you just to look at this real generally and to pick 3 areas of your life right now that you would like to grow, that you would like to expand. And you can write that down on a piece of paper on your computer, but just choose 3 areas that are most up for you right now, that you'd like to go to the next level, that you'd like to have a change in. And if you like, you can put the 3 areas in the chat just to be transparent, to show others what you'd like to transform or go to the next level. For me, I'm in the process of transforming my relationships with friends. I'm working on my financial situation and also my career, taking myself to the next level. So that's what I'm up, yeah, and people are putting in. So we're going to take this into the next exercise. And I've already mentioned the transition and the transformation. We're going to go into what I call the bubble of love or success or the next level visualization. So this is an opportunity to go inward right now. And I'm going to invite you to get comfortable and relaxed as I guide you in this visualization. And I want to invite you to put aside that part of your brain that wants to know how something is going to happen or when it's going to happen, or the critic or the judge or the part of you that has worries, doubts, and fears. We're just going to put a pause on that. You can press pause and we'll come back to it. So I'm inviting you more so to get into that playful, the child. Let's access the child within us that knows how to pretend, that maybe pretended when you were young that you were going to be an astronaut or an actor or a professional athlete or whatever it was. So we want to just access our curiosity and our playfulness, that part of us that can change our identity and can play with things. So again, I invite you to close your eyes and imagine right now that I am handing you a magic wand. And this magic wand can be made of anything that you desire. It could be made of wood or of crystals or feathers. But what makes this wand magical that you're holding, that I'm giving to you as a gift, is that wherever you wave it, whatever you wave it on, you are going to be successful. So you're holding on to this magic wand and you're feeling excited and curious and playful. And you're maybe waving it in the air. And now, and you can keep your eyes shut if that works for you, or you can open them every once in a while. I have some visuals to help stimulate the visualization. So you decide, you be in choice about what best works for you. But as you're holding this magic wand, you look out into a field. And this is a field of possibilities. And it may be a field that you have been in before. That's a place in your past. Or it may just be something that you're making up right now. So you're holding your magic wand in one hand and you're waving it. And as you look out into the field, you see a bubble that pops up. And it's like a soap bubble. And it sprouts up from the ground and it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're curious, it's very beautiful. And you start walking towards this bubble. And there's somewhere within you, within your being, that you know that inside this bubble lies your future, your next level, your bubble of love, your bubble of success. This may be your life in 6 months, in the spring, or maybe it's in a year's time in 2021. And you know, as you're walking forward and you're curious and excited about what's going in, and yet you're not able to see in it, but you're excited and curious and playful. And so you walk up to the edge of this bubble. It's really beautiful. And you take a pause. And as you look at the bubble, the outside, you notice that there's a door on the outside. And on the outside of the door is a lock. And as you're waiting there and pausing, boom, out of the sky drops a key. And this key has 9 letters on it. And you turn it over and you read the key and it says gratitude. And so you take this key into your heart. You take it as a message. You take it as a moment to give gratitude for all that's come before you. The good, the bad, the ugly, the challenges. And you just allow yourself to give thanks. Maybe for the 3 areas of your life that you're trying to go to the next level, that you're wanting to improve. You give thanks for what has worked, what has not. You're giving thanks for the challenges. And so just taking a few moments to give thanks, give gratitude to what has come before you and what has brought you to this precipice where you're about to step into your future, where you're about to see your next level, your bubble of love, your success. And I'm sure we could hang out in this gratitude zone for a long time, but let's come to completion with the thought that you're on the gratitude that you have. And come back to your hands. You've got, in one hand, you've got the magic wand. In another hand, you've got this key. And you're going to wave your wand, and then you're going to take the key and put it into the lock and open up the door so that you can step into your bubble of love, your bubble of success, your next level. And so you walk into the bubble and you notice that you have an eraser in your pocket. And so you erase the doorway so that you can be enveloped, you can be enclosed in your bubble. And so now you're gonna take a few moments to notice, to see what is in your beautiful bubble. And you're just taking an inventory. You're noticing how you've changed, what you look like, what expression you might be making on your face, who's in your bubble with you, what family members, what loved ones are here with you. You're looking at those 3 different areas that you chose earlier and seeing how they've changed. And then you're listening with your inner ear and your outer ear. You're listening to what the sounds are in the environment, the sounds of your success, the sounds of your accomplishment. Maybe there's laughter, maybe there's music, perhaps silence, applause. Maybe you're hearing nature's sounds. So just listening with your outer ear to what is showing up. And then with your inner ear, listening to what you may be saying to yourself, what your self-talk is. What might you say when you've accomplished your heart's desires? What might you say to yourself when you have the love of your life beside you and your family all around you? What are the exact words that you'd like to hear from yourself and from somebody else that's important to you? And now they see you at your next level. And then noticing how you feel in your body, having created and manifested your heart's desire, having succeeded in your bubble of love, having stepped up into your next level in these 3 areas of life. How does that feel for you? Do you feel a sense of freedom or joy or creativity or peace or happiness or fulfillment? So just allowing yourself to notice what you notice. What is the feeling? And then I'm going to invite you to scoop up the contents of everything that you saw, felt, and heard in your bubble. So with your hands, you're actually going to create a bowl. You're going to bring that everything, all the essence, all the qualities, all that you saw, felt, and heard into your hands. And then bring that into your body, however you would like to. Bring your hands into your chest, your heart, and allow yourself to feel that which you created. This is inside you. This is your success, your bubble. And so we're bringing it into our body. And then when you feel ready, you can open up your eyes. And I'm going to give you a few moments just to journal, maybe about 3 minutes here, to capture what you saw, felt, and heard in your bubble. So you can just write that down. There's a slide here that prompts you to write down what you saw, what you heard, and what you felt. So just taking a few moments to do that. So the problems and challenges generally make us feel contracted and heavy, and they have a certain essence, a certain vibration to them. And within all of us, we have these two forces. And I would say that one force is what I call our inner, it's the inner critic, or the inner, for women, I call it the inner mean girl. And for men, it's the inner mean bully. So we're just presencing the fact that there is this force inside of us, the inner mean girl and the inner mean bully. It's the one that shoulds us and tells us that we're not doing enough. It's the critic, the judge. So just acknowledging that part of us on the one hand. And then on the other hand, we have this other part of ourselves that hopefully you got to access in the bubble of love or the bubble of success. And this is your inner wisdom. And this is the part that sees the whole, that's guiding you, cheering you on. And so this two-step process that I'm just going to invite you briefly to touch upon right now is, the first step is to ask, what is my inner mean girl or my inner mean bully saying? So you can pick one of those problems or challenges that you identified earlier, and you can just take a moment to rant. So this exercise can be done individually like we're doing now, or it could be done in pairs where you would rant out loud and then the other person would listen back to you. But for now, I'm going to give you permission, just a minute or so, to write down your rant. So the question is, what is your inner mean girl or your inner mean bully saying to you in regards to your challenge or obstacle? And you can just take a few moments to journal that down in the form of a rant. And then once you've written that down, you can let your inner mean girl or inner bully know that you heard them. You could say, thank you. Thank you for telling me what you were feeling or thinking. And so just acknowledging it. We're not going to disappear it or turn it away, vanish it. We're going to acknowledge and say, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. And so next, we're going to go to the second part of this exercise, where we're going to tune into the inner wisdom. And the way to tune in to our inner wisdom is really to pause and to slow down. So I invite you again to just close your eyes and maybe imagine energy coming from below you, up through your feet, from the ground, from the earth, in through your feet, up through your legs, into your heart, to your chest. Maybe even putting your hands on your chest, on your heart, and asking the question, what does my inner wisdom know? And listen to the gift that you receive, the golden nugget that is here. And maybe you'll receive a voice, maybe it'll be what you heard in your bubble of love, maybe it'll be something new. Just allowing yourself to receive that golden nugget, that gift. And maybe you feel it or sense it. And just keep asking yourself. And then when you receive it, that golden nugget, give it back to yourself. Say it to yourself, the words that you heard. And anchor it in your body by maybe tapping or placing your hand on your body. So now you're saying the words of the gift that you got, the golden nugget, saying it to yourself. You might say it, you got this, you're great, you're on the right path. Whatever the words you heard from your inner wisdom, you can say it back to yourself. And then I like to say it in the I. So I hear it from my inner wisdom, you are, and then I like to say it back, I am. and really owning it, taking it into my body. And I like to tap. That's a good way to bring it into my body. So we're coming to the end of our time here. And now, just to review what we've done, we were able to pick 3 areas of our life that we want to expand, improve upon, and go to the next level. And then we did this visualization where we got to see, feel, and hear our life in 6 months to a year. And we were able to identify 3 obstacles that might be in our way. And then we did a transformation of our inner thinking. So now's a good time to just think about what you'd like to take from here, what step you'd like to take. So this is the action. And you're welcome to do my home play, like I said, to draw your bubble and to use it as a tool moving forward. Or maybe you want to complete the wheel of life. Or maybe there's something else that you'd like to commit to. So I just invite you to pick a baby step to move towards that next level that you want to go to. And in finishing up today, I want to just offer you a gift, and there's a link on this screen. And I want to, one of my favorite tools, my clearing and cleaning tools, is tapping, like I was doing on myself. And I have some great tips for you. And so this would be something that could help you get into the bubble, get out of the obstacles and challenges. And so there's, this gift is the ABCs of tapping. And I have a really cool star mantra in there. So you're welcome to click on the link right here. It'll also be in the handouts that we'll have for you that'll be available on the recording. But I want to thank you for your presence today and showing up and trying something new and having this experience. And I wish you all well in your life and blessings to you. Mahalo.